While leading my most productive time of the day, that is scrolling YouTube, I came across a game jam theme, which was failure is success. Being a failure myself, I thought it is the time to change, and thus I decided to use this theme and create a unique minigame project about it. Since I'm not a failure alone, I decided to bring along my equally useless friend with whom I'm gonna create some more games, Lord Ashu. Say hi.
Hello.
We used our brain to the max and created this unique and awesome game idea which was definitely never used before. Player dies and spawns a block which would help him clear the game. Unique, right? Never used before? So first, I wrote down this genius idea in the notebook to get the basic idea of what we wanted in the game. Most devs start the game by making prototype first, but not us. Since we like to be revolutionary and create changes, we started with the game assets first. I decided to start creating basic art elements in Sprite. After I finished the basic art element of the game, me and Ashu designed the basic level designs on Milanote. As you can see, as soon as our cursors hit the canvas, Picasso must have rolled in his grave after seeing this honestly. I started making prototype for the game, added the basic player movement for a platformer, and respawning on death mechanism. The next task was to instantiate the brick on death. That is, when the player dies, a brick would be spawned at that death position. And honestly, I had zero idea on how to do it. We hopped on the Godot documentation and implementing it was rather easy. Also, as Godot was down for more than a month, so we had to resort to the nerdy way of reading the documentation. And thus, we had our game mechanism ready. We used this free sprite sheet and this king and pig style set for this game. Since we are no better at making our own assets than a monkey with a paintbrush, we had to use these free assets, and honestly I respect these great artists who give us these free assets. Along with these, I created a basic animations for the brick in Sprite using the character face and a little bit of tweaking.
What's up guys, Ashu here. So I started to build the level with reference to the sketches we made on Milanote, and I used the revamped tileset and tilemap feature of Godot 4.0. Armyth wasn't happy with the new implementation of the tileset, but honestly, who cares about his opinion? So first, I created two layers in the tileset, one for the background and one for the level and platforms. I then started to place all the platforms on the level and went on with the highlights later. And just between you and me, the new tileset system was tedious cause I could not rotate the tiles myself. But don't tell Armyth that.
While he is making those levels, here is the player flapping, cause why not? While fixing some issues, we encountered this projectile thrower in the game. And honestly, I don't really think this is how it should work. So we fixed it rather quickly and it is now working smoothly. We wanted to have buttons which the player need to keep pressed in order to keep the door open and go to next level. So we added it.
Also, while playtesting, I found a bug, which we definitely fixed later. Definitely.
Now, I created a simple logo for the game which would be used everywhere. We decided to add some water in the game. If the player stays in the water for more than 3 seconds, he dies. Also, while adding the water, we ran into a minor problem which made my PC explode. So now I have to work with the 7 Lamona connected in a series of a battery, my CRT TVS monitor, and plug the CPU USB in a overachieving minority student as CPU. So please subscribe and play this game to help this poor fella out. Anyways, we successfully fixed the issue and the water was fine now. We then added a block counter, after which when the player dies, he dies.
The next part was to add some reverse gravity regions in a few levels, and it took a lot of time of our day. And in the end, even after a whole day, we weren't able to get that feature to work.
But then, while sleeping, I realized an easier and rather jugadu way to make it work, and I did it. I specified the level and the position of the brick where the anti-gravity would work, and it works now. After final polishing the game and adding sound effects, this is how it turned out. This was my third game in Godot and first one for Ashu. so we tried to keep this game on a simpler level. Even if it was simple, we learned a lot here. We learned about instantiating scenes to another scene, more about transition, and some basic stuff about water and particle system of Godot. We had a lot of fun figuring out our dev mechanic, and this is just the tip of the iceberg of what all we have planned to do in the future. Do check this game out and give some feedback about any bugs or scope of improvement you find in the game. You can contact me on the Discord server or my Twitter handle. The links are in the description. If you found this video worth and liked the game, a like and comment would be appreciated. Till then, stay safe. Bye.